What's going on?
I don't know. I just was talking to her, and she said come down and visit her. I have a compulsion with for younger women, just meeting them.
He's so blatant. He just comes out and says it. It's like, he's not even trying to defend himself or say, oh, I'm sorry, I screwed up. Please let me go. None of that. He's just like, yep, that's what I am. Just immediately just out with it. And I know he's terrible, and I'm not trying to make light of these people in any of these videos, but you kind of have to see a little bit of comedy in the fact that the guy is just like the one guy out of all of them that's like, yeah, that's me.
I've met about a dozen of them online.
Did you ever get in trouble for it?
Well, I got in trouble because I met a girl in Michigan.
And how old was that girl?
17.
And what trouble did you get in?
How nasty his shirt is. He didn't even bother taking a shower or getting clean clothes on for this. My God.
Yeah.
Well, her grandfather wanted me to try to charge me with something. They couldn't do anything. So they arrested me for trying for possessing child pornography because I had nude pictures of her on my computer. They ended up dropping the charges.
How? Why? How does that possible? I don't know how that's possible. He's dead anyway, so it kind of doesn't matter, but that's just, they charged him with that, but I have no idea what the defense for that would be. I can't even imagine how you get out of that. It's sort of like one of those things like a DUI. Like, how are you really going to get out of a DUI? I mean, it's like, you were caught, you were drunk, you were driving, you're going to jail. I mean, yeah. It's kind of to get you dead to rights on certain crimes that seem almost impossible to weasel your way out of.
I see. And how did you get the naked pictures of the teenage girl?
I met her in Michigan, and I took them.
I'm shocked that he didn't get arrested for saying that, because while the charges might have been dropped, that does not mean it doesn't mean that he was acquitted. So they can still grab him, but it just, I guess, timetables and all that. Maybe they did grab him. I don't know. We'll see in the aftermath, because I do have the wiki brought up along with a bonus video that you probably have never seen, which I think is amazing. So we're going to do that at the end of the video, but we're going to try to rush through this one.
You took the pictures of the girl.
Mm-hmm. Morrison just laid it all out there. Not only does he admit what he is doing that night, he tells me he's got a history of doing this sort of thing.
How old was the youngest girl you ever met?
17.
17.
Most of them are like 21, 22.
And tonight, though, you were willing to come meet a 15-year-old.
Yeah, I don't know why.
You don't know why?
just the way he looks at Chris.
Tonight, though, you were willing to come meet a 15-year-old.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Just every time I thought about TCAP or to catch a predator, I immediately thought of this guy. He is like the poster child for this. I know a lot of people, for some reason, really like Lauren Armstrong, which I don't understand. He's just kind of a dopey, idiot or whatever. But, I don't think they like him. But they basically put a bunch of memes and stuff of this Lauren Armstrong guy. I think that Donald Morrison was like the legend. Like, when you think of this show, this is the guy that immediately comes to mind. This guy, or that the guy with like the blonde hair and like the really sticky blonde hair or whatever. I don't know what his name was either, but there's a couple others that stand out as like legends. I think Donald's at the top of TCAP Mountain.
You don't know why?
Well, I know why.
Well, you treat this like you forgot to pay for some candy at the grocery store.
I came to meet her because she told me that she was bored, and I said, "Well, do you want me to come down and meet you?" And she said, "Sure, come on down." So I said, "Okay." That was it. I know it's wrong. I shouldn't have done it. I knew I shouldn't have done it.
Why'd you do it?
I don't know. Just because when people sweet talk me, I fall.
In Donald Morrison's mind, he truly thinks that if a young teenage girl says it's okay to have sex, it's okay.
You say, if you are ready for sex, I'll give it to you, but I have erectile dysfunction. Won't get real hard.
That's not going to help in bed with any woman, but okay.
Sure sounds like you were preparing for a sex act.
I was preparing for, because she said that, I said, if you saw what I said, if you want it, I will give it to you, but I'm not going to force anything that you don't want.
I doubt that. I'm pretty sure he would.
I'm not going to force myself on you.
That doesn't make it legal, though.
I know it doesn't make it legal.
I want you to be honest with me. If I wasn't here tonight, and a young girl was, who was alone and willing to have sex, what do you think would have happened?
I could say honestly, yes, it probably would have if she would have, you know, said, hey, let's go for it.
And you don't see anything wrong with that?
Yes, I do see things wrong with it, but I had lack of judgment.
Here's this guy who's, you know, middle-aged, who's...
Skip ahead a little bit.
Why should you rely on your mommy to do discipline here?
Because of, like I said, lack of judgment, you know, being lonely, having no girlfriend, you know, physical contact with anybody, just, you know, just lost it.
Ultimately, Donald
Skip ahead again.
Did were bad.
Some of the things that Dateline did.
So wait, let me just get this straight. So when you say you thought that the Dateline stories were pretty bad, are you talking about the stories or the guys who were caught in the stories?
The guys who got caught in the stories, and I know this is probably going to be on Dateline too, so go ahead and put it on. This is something I normally don't go out and do.
Donald, you're free to walk out that door. That same door you walked in.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing, you know, kicking me in the pants and setting me straight, Chris.
For some reason, I feel like he gets off on getting kicked in the nuts. Just the way he said that, it just seems like he's one of those types.
Let's say it'll be the first and it'll be the last time.
No, you already said you did this before, so it's not the first or last time. I think he actually got arrested again. We'll get to that in the aftermath in a few seconds.
I'll give you permission to even monitor me if you want to.
I appreciate that.
He was charged with using internet to attempt to solicit a child for sex/lewdness. He was sentenced to 9 months in jail, 3 years of probation, lifetime sex offender registry, pay Florida, just under $1,000 in fines and restitution. I'm shocked he didn't get more than that, because the guy that really got hit with it was Dustin McFetridge, mainly because he had like a ton of CP, and he I think he went to jail for like 15 years or something. So Donald talked about his troubled past on his YouTube channel. He referred to 2 other YouTube users as his sex slaves and said that he couldn't control his actions, and told people to not judge and harass him on his channel about it. 2012, he was arrested again in Lee County, Florida, after a library worker in North Fort Myers observed him using a public computer to browse pictures of children on Facebook. Oh, good God. Okay, Donald explained to the deputy that he was trying to assist a woman in prison by sending her pictures of her 9-month-old child. Oh, God. Why? A county ordinance stated that as a sex offender, Donald was prohibited from going to places like libraries, parks, public swimming pools. Donald was taken into custody, held without bond at the local jail. It is unknown whether he received jail time or extended probation. Okay, so it says he was included in a Wink interview in 2021 where he discussed the effects of the storm. That's our final little video, but he did die on October 13th, 2022 from unknown causes. I'm guessing his diabetes caught up with him, but that's the most likely thing, because he did have that, and sugar will kill you. I know from experience because I have that issue too, but not as bad as he does. I never went into shock for it, but you know, some people really get out of hand, and you know, he might have been type 1, which is a lot more dangerous. So okay, let's go over to the final bit of this where I get to show you a video that you've probably never seen before, and we will be over there right now. And here we go. As far as I know, this is the last television appearance Donald Morrison ever made. It's called Donald Morrison, Hurricane Survivor, Dead at 65. Link to the obituary in the description. I really don't care about that because they're not going to tell you how he died. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and take the subtitles off of this. No, they're just kind of ingrained. Okay, here we go.
I'm good with it. I mean,
that's not him, by the way. It's the next guy.
Worst.
Donald Morrison has lived in Mobile Manor since 2001.
I've been through Charlie, Wilma, and Irma.
He says the damage this time isn't as bad as when Charlie hit. Some downed fences and truss and shrubs. But unlike those hurricanes, this storm caught him by surprise.
When it came through, it was like, it sounded like a tornado is what it really sounded like. I mean, it was just really fast, quick.
The storm impacted some homes more than others, forcing people to pick up and fix up their yards.
It knocked some stuff off in the back.
All right, so that's the last appearance that we know of Donald Morrison on TV. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help me a lot when you like the video. I'm dead serious. It lets YouTube know that you liked it, that I did a good job, so please do that for me if you can. Also, join me on Discord. I have a Discord server now. Also, I'm on Twitter, and all of that can be found in the description via my Linktree/Jack Pierce. You'll see it down there where it says follow me. Also, if you would like to help out the channel, you could go to Patreon and watch some of the videos that cannot go on YouTube because they're too risque or too controversial, or even just, you know, because of copyright sort of stuff. So if you like TCAP, you can get more of that on my Patreon or the playlist that I have linked below, where you can watch all of my other episodes of this series. And thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.